Hello guys, this is Kaiser. Welcome to this podcast in where I will be explaining how the weapon mastery works and how the jump cancelling nerf will affect the game. Well, first off, all these changes are going to be included on the next DLC pack, the DLC 10. Although in my opinion such a huge game breaker should be available for free because this can really be a pay to win DLC for sure. Well, the newest thing DLC 10 is bringing is a new mechanic called weapon mastery. Basically, with one weapon you can use up to 2 combos of 2 different weapons. That's it, 4 combos in total. It's a new mechanic used to give an extra use to skill points, and it is supposed to give those power sets which are currently struggling, making competitive DPS a chance to be as good as, I don't know, for example, Hardlight, Gadgets, Rage or Celestial. Well, first I'm going to talk about how the weapon mastery uses skill points. Imagine we are at the brawling tree. Once we have already used 20 skill points on this tree, the weapon mastery of that weapon will be available. Once the weapon is mastered, just for doing that, certain weapon attacks of that tree will make more damage, and even more damage if you don't click the weapon animation. Also, critical chance and attack will be increased once you have mastered a weapon. Now is when the interesting part comes. Each weapon can be chained with another 2. For example, in this sheet you can see how weapons are chained with each other. On our example, brawling chains with martial arts and with two-handed. But for being able to change brawling into martial arts or two-handed, you need to have mastered those weapons. So for being able to use a weapon mastery tree completely, you need to spend 67 skill points. These are 60 points for being able to master brawling, martial arts and two-handed, 3 points for each weapon mastery point, and 4 points for buying the chaining combos in brawling. And for chaining the combos, it's really easy. Let's take a look to the sheet again and check brawling combo number 1. For doing that, you need to do the back fist combo fully, and then by holding melee you chain it into doom spin. Okay, so if you want to chain combos and use the weapon mastery mechanic, clipping is not allowed. This is supposed to be like this for letting less clippable power sets to compete with Rage, Hardlight, Gadgets or Celestial. And this leads me now to the jump cancelling nerf. Well, they are not removing clipping, but they are penalizing it and buffing the non-clipping. So Gadgets, Hardlight, Rage, which needs jump cancelling for being competitive, are going to be nerfed as well. Actually, you could just jump cancel immediately, but now you will need to wait for some delay until you can jump cancel. And this makes me think about several things. For example, high clippable powers use a lot of power, and also you need to make more actions per second to be good with them. Ergo, you need more skill to master those type of power sets. But now they are trying to fix the imbalance by nerfing clipping and buffing the non-clipping. So then I ask myself, why should people use high clippable powers if they use more power and they make the same damage as those that just don't clip and use much less power? And why we should go with 2 or 3 trollers per raid when you just can go with 1 troller and use your weapon mastery to reduce your power in and increase your damage out? How can these 2 types of DPS coexist? Well, also I wonder how this weapon mastery can succeed. In this current state of the game, it's almost impossible to make a long weapon combo due to constant counter mechanics from the bosses and the ads. So how are we going to be able to chain different weapons combos from the weapon mastery if we are getting interrupted constantly? I guess there are just too many questions in the air yet, and more things need to happen before this hit our server. Well, but I would like to know your opinion and how you think this is going to be like after this. Feel free to write any comment at my channel, and I hope you like it, and see you soon.